So Apple has figured out yet another way to piss everyone off, and it is called iPhone Pocket. Inspired by the concept of a piece of cloth, its singular 3D knitted construction is designed to fit any iPhone as well as all pocketable items. iPhone Pocket features a ribbed open structure with the qualities of the original pleats by Issey Miyake. When stretched, the open textile subtly reveals its contents and allows users to peek at their iPhone display. It can be worn a variety of ways, handheld, tied onto bags, or worn directly on the body. So iPhone Pocket retails at $150 for a short strap version or $230 for a longer strap, like crossbody version. I personally think that this actually looks pretty cool. I am definitely in the minority here because like most of the comments that I've read on Reddit and Instagram and stuff have been completely smashing this to pieces, just completely obliterating it. A lot of people are comparing the iPhone Pocket to iPod socks from 2004, which were literally little socks, knitted socks that you put your iPod in. They were absolutely adorable and I think they were pretty inexpensive. So this feels like a couple things. It feels like a nod to the designer Issey Miyake, who infamously designed the turtleneck that Steve Jobs wore for many, many years in his life. So yeah, there's that lineage of Apple meets Issey Miyake, kind of Apple and tech meeting high fashion Issey Miyake. That part is cool, and I love Issey Miyake myself personally. I'm a huge fan of him. And I'm also wearing this cardigan by one of his companies, Issey Miyake, homme, plisse. And honestly, I think iPhone Pocket looks really cool. Here's why I think this is actually a really good idea for Apple to do this, even though it's pissing all kinds of people off, mostly because of its price. $150 for a literal sock that has your iPhone or AirPods or something in it, or $230 for the long version. I mean, like, y'all, that's pretty expensive. But I think this price point is a couple things. Number one, I think it's trying to appeal to like a higher end customer, like the kind of customer who appreciates the designer Issey Miyake for sure. And I think it's priced, you know, very highly for that kind of luxury allure. It's not gonna be for most people, but I don't think Apple is going for most consumers with the iPhone Pocket. I think they're going for people that have a little extra cash, obviously, that want the latest and greatest. They want every single freaking Apple thing. They may even want every single freaking Issey Miyake thing, or just people that have a little extra money and appreciate interesting minimalistic design, because I think that's where this is actually a pretty fantastic, just from a design standpoint, type of product. So iPhone Pocket is made of 14% nylon, 85% polyester, and 1% polyurethane. So it's 100% synthetic, which means it'll hold up pretty well over time, I think, as long as you take care of it. It's not going to age in the same way a natural fabric is going to. And honestly, I think the texture of it is really freaking cool. It looks instantly like the Issey Miyake kind of design language. It even has a little Issey Miyake tag on there. And interestingly, there's no Apple branding on this, at least visibly from the pictures that I'm seeing. But I think that's a clever choice by Apple, because it's kind of like an if you know type of situation here. People who are diehard fans of either Apple or Issey Miyake or both, they're gonna flock to this. They're gonna pay $230 for the long version. And honestly, I might myself, because I do think it's pretty cool. And there are a lot of times when I don't want to bring anything with me except for my phone. Like most of the time I leave my house with just my phone and my AirPods Pro 3. Can both of those fit in here? Probably at the same time, even though they'd be kind of crunching together, but most people will probably be using this just for their phone, right? But for me, because I wear all black, I think the black version, of course, is going to be the one that I would get. Is it $230 worth of material though, when it's literally a piece of cloth? And actually, here's something interesting about the piece of cloth thing. I think it comes off sounding a little weird. I think Apple should have expanded on what that actually means for the Issey Miyake legacy. It's not just a literal piece of cloth. APOC, or a piece of cloth, was actually an apparel concept by Issey Miyake from 1997. Designed to highlight the two-dimensional quality of cloth and to minimize waste, APOC garments were produced in machine-made rolls of knit fabric pre-sewn or fused with finished patterns. The user cut the pattern from the roll to create a ready-made, customized garment. But I think Apple including just a basic mention of a piece of cloth in there just makes it sound like they're referencing just a piece of fabric. But if you're more into fashion and design and you have $230 or $150 to spend on this thing, I actually think it's like a pretty interesting product. I do think the price is a little steep, honestly, like definitely kind of steep for, you know, appealing to a wider audience, but I do feel like they're even calling it a special edition type of thing. So they're not marketing this to like everyone in the world. I feel like they're being more like, hey, if you're really into, you know, high fashion design, minimalist aesthetics, if you love Issey Miyake, if you love Apple and you'll buy literally everything they produce, you're probably gonna buy this. But most people are going to look at the price tag and just look at the design and be like, yeah, there's no way I'm going to spend $150 or $230 on a piece of cloth. Apple must be aware of that, but it always feels like there's a trick up their sleeve. It always feels like they know something that the human race doesn't. Like, what aliens are Apple talking to over all these years where they can kind of predict the future constantly? They did it so many times with like iPhone, iPod, etc., liquid glass most recently. Like, what are they predicting that we don't know? And who are these freaking aliens that they're talking to? And how do I get a direct line to them? Because maybe they can bring me home. But for real, I actually think iPhone Pocket looks pretty cool, and honestly, I'm probably gonna pre-order one when they drop. It might be $230 down the drain, but I think it actually looks cute. Like, just from a design perspective, price and stuff aside, I think it looks actually pretty cool. I think it could be really useful if you're someone like me who doesn't like to bring a lot of stuff with them, but they want something cute and tiny, just their phone on them without having to put, you know, a phone in your pocket slapping you in the leg the whole damn day. Like, that's not my vibe. I think the short version of it is cool. You can even attach it to another bag or literally anything else, or just sling it around your arm. But the crossbody version, I think, at least for me, definitely the one that I personally would get. So for Issey Miyake fans, it's probably gonna be like a no-brainer. They'll pay $150, $230 for this piece of cake because they're used to paying higher prices for Issey's stuff. So believe it or not, these prices are actually somewhat affordable for high fashion fans and people that are into the brand and kind of know how much this stuff actually costs. But anyway, let me know what you think down below. Do you think the iPhone Pocket is actually worth the money, or do you think it's one of the most ridiculous things that Apple has ever created? And if you watched all the way to the end of this video, leave a sock emoji in the comments down below. Smash all the buttons. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.